Welcome to the Spacer Era. I mean, look at us. We're practically cave-dwelling Luddites at this point, knuckle-dragging Neanderthals. We've regressed in technology from Ultra-Tech to Spacer Tech, and we have taken our first burden. We are merchants of poverty. Trade prices are worsened by 5%. We are known for our poor and disadvantageous trade deals. Obviously, kind of a free one there, so that was a little cheesy, but that's okay, because now we're fully out here, ready to watch our colony fall apart, and I couldn't be happier. Before we begin, though, there's a couple of things I've got to discuss. One thing's kind of a serious thing. The other thing is kind of cool change I think everybody will approve of. Firstly, if I'm having a fake feud with someone in the comment section, you know, like last episode where I did the complaint, just, you know, we're all friends here. Obviously, please remember it's only a joke. Never actually air any dirty laundry online. It's big baby high school behavior if you do that. It's all just a joke. All my rants, all my rampages. Will you fuck off? It's always just a joke, a silly time, and I'm never actually angry with anybody. And if I was, I certainly wouldn't bring it up in a video. Listen, somebody did call Yati and Gen Alpha yesterday. A little bit of a funny laugh, haha. Let's not take it any further than that, though. Like doing the silly rants, and ultimately, if people end up getting targeted, you know I gotta stop doing that. So let's all be grown-ups here. Secondly, the sleeve situation. Oh, good God above, I quit. Fucking put me in a sleeve and launch me into the sun at this point. Fucking flying animals on this planet. Stay in your lane. I don't know what I was going to talk about now. That's right. Now, a lot of people aren't super big fans of the whole stacking thing. This happens every time we get any sort of pseudo-immortal character in a Generation series. People say, doesn't that defeat the point of the Generation series? And I say, yes. But then if I don't do it, people are going to be upset that we're ignoring this cool factor. I mean, it's the whole point of the Altered Carbon mod, right? I'll happily sit on the idea of parents parasiticizing their children, transferring their consciousness into children's bodies, trying to live forever for a future Generations-esque series. Nothing for this time, though. Stick to that idea I've vaguely floated, because, of course, we've got the neural stacks. I spent a ton of effort in the early game putting this into action. You know, obviously, it's contributed to our growth of the colony, but it'd be a shame just to let those sit there and do nothing, because some people who might be a vocal minority said they don't like it. What I've done is instead try to balance it to make it more appropriate for the scenario. What we'll do is we'll give it to people with particular skills that we want to preserve, that would be sensible to preserve for the future of the colony, like beautiful Chegg and probably Railgun Zekai. However, I've made it so that as our tech level drops, so does the success chance of implanting a stack. Right now, in the Spacer Era, because we're still quite advanced, it's an 80% success rate with a pretty low death chance. Then as we go industrial, we're talking 20th, 21st century technology, drops down to a 60% success chance with a slightly higher death rate. Then as you get medieval, you should have more of a chance of failing to insert some ultra-tech stack, right? That way, if we want to pull out the emergency Chegg card back in the Neolithic era, there's a chance that we may permanently lose Chegg. And poor sweet Chegg will be stuck with a bunch of bloody cavemen. I've only lost an eye. Oh, well, she's got grey eye. Are you blind? What happened? Oh, nose is shattered, ear is bitten off, big toe cut off, but her eye is fine. She was bitten on the eye. Today, I think it gets really interesting because the Ultra-Tech stuff, obviously, we've come to learn. The particle accelerators, the antimatter reactor, the androids, blah, blah, blah. But when we lose the research, we don't necessarily lose the associated tech. They'll just run by itself as long as we keep it repaired, right? Like the reactor. I think most of our day-to-day life, our communities, is running off of spacer tech. Stuff like the nutrient paste, the hydroponics, the weapons, the armor, the turrets, and the whole lot. So this is when things are going to start falling apart. I do think top priority is some defenses, given that I'm going to run out of antimatter eventually. I think these things will keep running, but how long until the solar panels break down and we start running out of components? Realistically, do we want to start burying components underground? Got 145 already. Just start a future vault, a time capsule. So to that avail, oh, there's a couple of things as well. Somebody said, don't forget you got a teleporter to have a look at. A skip door. That's a solid idea. Yeah. Skip door maybe to the mechs wouldn't be a terrible idea. Maybe a skip door from the most isolated parts of the colony. So maybe one there that takes you to the dining room. That seems like a convenient point. And then maybe one that takes you all the way up to kind of this area as well. Again, the isolated parts, the ones that are the most biggest pain in the ass to get to. That seems good. One down here, and then we'll throw one, I guess, maybe like there. Because how often are they going to be going in these rooms other than to pick up the antimatter? That's not super important. There we go. Pretty happy with that. Or maybe one in the research room as well. Or not the research room, but you know, that like the grand library we've got going on here. You can go right there. There we are. How do these work? Do you have to link one to the other? Can they all connect to the same thing? I've no idea. We're going to figure it out. Anyway, I want to dig a pit to chuck some components in if you don't mind. And there should be somewhere. We build a vault instead of digging a cave. My reason for that is if I dig a cave, it's another map loaded that we're not doing anything with, just as storage. So maybe I'll forget it. Maybe we forget the cave and we just build a vault. Yeah, a vault's a good idea. Let's move these solar panels out. I'll turn this bit into some sort of very, very hardened area, similar to the library itself. Cave will still be crazy good in stuff like the medieval era when we can't use the deep drills anymore, because obviously we'll lose the recipes. In industrial, we've got the geothermal mine we can slap down and use that as our drill instead. So plenty of ways to actually get around that. Jesus Christ, speaking of which, solar generators broken down. You know, I saw, yeah, like a door's broken down as well. See, this is what I'm talking about, because when we lose the fabrication research, if we don't have any components, that's it. We can't just go trading for them. We can't go mining them up or anything like that. There is no compacted machinery on this planet, so that would be the end of it. I know what you're thinking. Oh, we got to talk about the research in a second. Now, you're probably thinking, why not just queue up components, do it forever, and then we'll all have a great fun time, and then all the cavemen will just be fine repairing things until the end of time if we build enough up. For a little balance, it turns out on a world of constant solar flares destroying machinery and no technology to speak of, that components are quite valuable. Very, very valuable. So sure, build up a stockpile of 1,000 that'll last you to the end of the playthrough. Enjoy fighting the 1,000 Kokiri that turn up. The real Neo over on Discord counted it up and said that apparently we lost 15 research in 11 days because we got very unlucky and hit some double tech losses, which still makes this a 30-episode series. I think that's a little bit better. I still might dial it in a bit more, though. It's kind of where we need to be. It felt quite fast yesterday, but you got to bear in mind on the day today, there's not really a huge amount that they're up to. How do these work then? They just walk through it. I want to see someone. So if I say go there, they will automatically pass through the skip door. Oh, that's sick. Oh, guess I'll put one in here as well. Where was this when I was making a Star Trek series? I want to have a look through here and come up with stuff that we should probably build before we lose it, because we're potentially losing, well, all of these things at this point, right? Pick up weapons would be kind of cool. We've already lost chem fuel refining. New train is probably on the chopping block too, so that would be... That's going to be a lot of the base I'm going to have to dig up. Oh, shield belts. Oh, fuck. That's a good point. Yeah, maybe a couple of spares for Polly wouldn't hurt. Crypto sleep caskets is an actual fantastic idea. Yeah, big fan of that one. Like a passenger shuttle? If I build one... Oh, we can't get the shuttle engine. That's quest only, isn't it? Crypto caskets themselves, for if we want to awaken someone, isn't a bad call. That might be something to go in the fucking vault then, sure. That'll be our focus for today. The vault of hopes and dreams. Everything we will need for the future of this colony. We'll move the neural stacks in. What about weapons and armor, but in a way that we're future-proofing, right? Because all the gear we're wearing now, this is really powerful stuff. I think it's all tied to like 1 or 2 research that we could potentially lose. They can't wear it anymore, can't repair it, can't operate it, and then a massive raid turns up and we're screwed. I'm in. I'm so in. Let's do this. Let's get this vault together. So, given that it's going to be a vault, I guess I'll line it with some armored walls. No, not the cobalt walls though, genius. Let's go for... And there's actually wall armor too. I'm going to double down on it. Armored wall made out of antimatter composite. Let's put this shit to good use at long last. No windows on the vault, I think, is honestly a fairly sensible thing to do. There we are. You know what? Why don't we also line the library in antimatter composite as well, given that it's our most valuable place on the entire map? If they break through to that, we're screwed. Maybe I'll also line it all with the wall armor, which is you put over your current walls. They have to break that before they can break the wall. Gives it another 2,250 hit points. Can we do adamantium armored gates? God damn. What are these I've thrown on it right now? They're just auto doors, but they look kind of fancy. Yeah, honestly, let's go for the antimatter composite on those as well. Oh, that looks nice. You know, maybe we also, controversially here, maybe we want to put some antimatter protection around, I don't know, the enormous antimatter reactor, which right now has 2 glass walls standing between it and anything that turns up. I mean, it's right on the edge of the base, too. It's not the smartest thing I've done. For things to be in the middle of the base, maybe that fucking thing was one of them, but hey, at least we've got a convenient dining room. And our mech suits. No, Starflight Basics, who was it? Rennie Peppermint. How are we gonna fly to somewhere else equally disappointing, huh? Let's get the vault with some lovely armored doors, and now that they've finished the outside, I'm gonna slap that armor over the top as well. And then, to be honest, I've kind of convinced myself that, yeah, maybe outfitting the reactor's a pretty good idea too. It means if they want to break through the walls, they're now going to get through 6,850 hit points. I think that would take the most of their life. You know what? I also think a double door system wouldn't hurt, and maybe some fire foam poppers. Modders, I'm going to need some sort of laser grid from the film The Cube. DFS Tron tile. Ooh, that seems like an egregious use of resources. What's that in the vault? The Tarot Vault. The codename sorted. Welcome to the Tarot Vault. This is where we're going to secure the future for our people. Ooh, you know what? I want those to just be inside the vault itself. I think that'll look a lot nicer. Oh, now I realize my microphone's been muted for the last 20 minutes, so fuck knows what the hell I was talking about. Anyway, the vault's done. I'm sure I'll do a very funny voiceover. Anyway, I was about to say I don't really care about losing some of the armor sets, because, I mean, our armor that we've got right now is already space attack. We should definitely diversify, because if we lose this, then half the colony loses what the fuck they're wearing. Like, we've got the medium armor and the heavy armor, which I think count as different text, right? Somewhere. Well, I kind of want to try some of this Corinthian armor. That looks kind of cool. There's all, like, this stuff over here as well. The other thing I want to take a look at was this void armor, too. That looks so cool. We've got to try and get some of that going. Where is all this armor that we're wearing right now? Oh, maybe it's industrial, you know? We might be fine for a while. Oh, no, it's here. Yeah, so we've got some medium armor, some heavy armor, so if we lose that, still half the people are armored. And then, obviously, I future-proofed, spread the guns out a little bit, so we haven't got to worry about that. What do these do? Move speed is lower, but it's just like a kind of futuristic armor set. It's kind of fun. I'll make some void armor. I'll make some of this. We'll just throw it out there, and then whoever puts it on is the person that puts it on. Worst case scenario, if we do lose it and they're suddenly caught without armor, we just put them in the mech suits. Because even the worker mechs are going to be better than just wearing, what are they wearing? Like those jumpsuits still? Oh, that doesn't mean turrets. That means, well, I mean, clearly it does. It says, it says turrets. I think that's turrets, but turrets from a mod. I don't think it's talking about all turrets, you know, because turrets in Rimworld are called gun turrets. They're not, yeah, look, we still build them, so that's not it. What was that from then? I saw this earlier. Turrets? Generic turrets? Yeah, see, it's a prerequisite research to the antimatter annihilation turrets. Got it. Maybe they could have been good. Maybe they're the ones that need the hyper components. Don't remember. Doesn't really matter too much. The future proofing is going well. So I've set up all of this stuff. We've got no... So don't allow them to store unknown apparel in here, because that's no good for a vault, is it? That's all the stuff that we can't wear, can't use. And then no tainted stuff. So right now they've just got some kind of generic junk in there. Yeah, like another spare set of this armor that we're probably going to lose soon, and when they do, they'll take it out of the vault, obviously. Flak jackets. Honestly, full sets of flak gear, it's a bit boring. Let's do that and make sure we've always got, I don't know, maybe like 2 sets of that, because that will last us a while, right? Because flak gear is industrial stuff. So that's a really nice backup plan for our armor. As for weapons, oh my god, Railgun's Echo's put on a... Holy shit. You look like a fucking Metal Gear Rising Revengeance character. Maybe we throw out some generic... I don't know, shotguns? Like industrial era junk? I'm trying to avoid the base game stuff where possible. What about like this? A saw and a grenade launcher. I got hiccups. I'm allergic to the industrial era in Rimworld. DMR, combat shotgun, chain shotguns. Or, sorry, chain guns there. Yeah, those will definitely, I think, last us quite a while. And they seem like pretty good backups. To be fair, we're already using the chain guns anyway. Let's go in the storage. We're getting pretty damn future-proofed at this point. I dread to think what our colony... Shit. 1.7... That's 1.7 million. Ugh. Do you think I'm going a bit hard with the antimatter wall armor? Oh, well, it's fine. So what I was also thinking we could do, right? And this is very, very future-proofing. We have an abundance of food right now. And this stuff is obviously space attack. We can lose at any moment. So why don't we throw... I don't know if we could do this over the top of the wall armor. This might add a kind of weak point to the vault. Why don't we add some coolers, freeze the vault? That just makes sense anyway. And then we can directly extract the nutrient paste from the network and store it. And then we say, well, when our things are full, when we quite physically can't blitz down any more food, just start storing it for future generations when we're not going to have the nutrient paste network. That'll give me a nice buffer to start training up a chef. Oh, we can put it under the wall armor. Oh, sick. Okay. Drop that down to -19. Yeah, that seems pretty good. And we've got kind of an airlock here too. So we've got these 2 that contain our components. Let's start putting some food, I guess, around the edge here. I'm just going to say maximum, and then what they lavish nutrient paste meals. Here we are. Oh, can we not store them? Oh, these things can't take food. Ah, shit. Honestly, that's okay. Because to be honest, what else am I going to want to put in the vault? Weapons and armor that's future-proofed if we suddenly lose a research. Because that's an emergency thing. Components are an emergency thing. Food's an emergency thing. Other than that, though, like, okay, you could say medicine, but I mean, we're just using herbal medicine anyway. We're still, like, neutroamine poor right now. Do these things still work, right? They're still going? Yeah, they're still fine. I was going to take this apart, if you remember. The grid's not making anything anymore. So let's take this apart, just because we're going to lose the research for that imminently anyway. And then I'll throw down more biosculptors, because I'm trying to align the ages. A 16-year-old female, and then we got 15 years old, and then Railgun's Echo's back down to 14. So now the ages all kind of line up a little bit better. That works. Yeah. And if you want to run the ages back again, just to make sure they're all kind of in line, that's okay. But I suppose I could just marry you together. 6 and 13. Obviously not yet. Hold on. Not yet is what I'm saying. But when, like, Whitford's 30 and they're 24, that's not so weird. Where do I put meals? Is there some sort of meal rack? Meal storage? I kind of wish you could store everything and everything. It's kind of a pain in the ass trying to go through this stuff, figuring out, okay, well, Well, like, can I put that in there? Roller fridge, does that count? I guess we'll try it. Lavish nutrient paste. There we go. Exactly what we're after there. Cool. And then we'll just extract a bunch from that. And it's no more convenient when you're in a dining room going to the vault than it is to this. So they should, in theory, keep taking out the network instead of grabbing it from here. I hope. Is there stuff we want to uninstall to put in storage? Because I floated this idea before, right? Turrets, for example, having just lost the turret research, we could make a shitload of these pulse auto cannons, uninstall them, stick them in the vault, and then our cavemen, all they have to do is put them on the ground. I mean, presumably we've still got power at that point. But then you just store solar panels and batteries as well. Oh, I could give the cavemen everything they need. I could give the cavemen. Maybe we'll do this. Okay, fuck it then. Let's get on with it. Yeah, this is a cool idea. Right, okay. How's our power grid looking, by the way? So what I'm saying is, can we just uninstall the solar panels we've got? Because we don't need them right now anyway. After I've taken away all of that other junk, we're totally fine on the solar panel front. Those ones are in the dark, so those ones clearly we definitely don't need, idiots. But if you're wondering why things are breaking down now, before I have Fluffy's breakdowns, which kind of made sense, everything slowly breaks down. You have to constantly repair it because the environment's so hostile. The problem is, our builders are so unbelievably skilled. They just run up to it, repair it in 2 seconds and move on. It's not the resource or time sink I expected it to be. Before, it would only break down if it hit 0, and obviously it wasn't ever going to do that with Rennie Peppermint around. Oh, and Craftbot is out. 80% in your sleeve, Craftbot. I'm sorry. I think... Shit. Do we risk it, though? Because, I mean, look. We've got other good crafters. More importantly, we've got human crafters these days, right? I really want to train at Petra, and this is, like, we're making flak armor. This is a really great time for somebody with a double passion and 12 crafting to learn some crafting skills. I'm going to leave Craftbot out for the count, then, until her human form is complete, as far as I'm concerned. You just sit there and wait your turn. Oh, shit, I closed the wrong event. A group of... I don't care about your jammal. I was more concerned about this. Lost knowledge of the following research. RDA medium guns. Are we using any of them? Well, I guess we'll find out when they chuck them on the floor in a minute, huh? RDA medium guns. Let's have a quick look. Almost certainly. Oh, God. DMR, possibly? I actually don't know how it works. I don't know if Arcane Technology looks at it immediately and says, oh shit, you can't remember how to use this anymore, chuck it on the floor, or whether or not we can keep it equipped until we unequip it, or it breaks. Believe it or not, I've never been in this situation before, and I don't think many mod authors have either, so can store buildings in those. Shit, I was just going to throw them on the floor, but that would look a lot nicer. Okay, so let's have 3 boxes for buildings. It's got buildings, components, food, weapons, apparel. I guess I'll probably think of other stuff. Maybe we could store some antimatter in the vault. Ooh, would that be helpful? Probably not, actually, because I don't think we can't build the antimatter mines when we lose the research anyway. Speaking of which, wait, have we not lost the antimatter mines? No, it's a space attack. Wait, but how do you... The particle accelerator. Oh, it's late industrial. I mean, that makes sense. We've got them in the 21st century after all. Right. Okay, sorry, I was confusing myself there because I was like, that can't make sense because this thing's ultra tech. But no, that does make sense in hindsight. Don't listen to me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And if you thought otherwise, my friends, you're on the wrong channel. Or you're a new viewer. This thing we cannot do anything with anymore, right? Yep, neurodigitalization is gone. All the bills are gone from here, unfortunately, so we can get rid of that. We can't even do any of this, right? Yep, can't duplicate stacks or modify stacks anymore. Q-Pipe network, I believe you are relieved now, right? We don't need this. Let's move the ovum storage over. And obviously, there's no point in me keeping the others because we haven't got enough people now, so that's fine. And then don't forget to queue that up as well as something I'm going to forget forever. You're just going to have to bear that in mind. Unless there is some sort of to-do list in the game, I'm never going to remember to do that. Why not just add the mod? Well, it's a great point. Like, I do need a to-do list because it'll help keep me focused, but simultaneously, I feel like it makes it too regimented, you know? I like things to be a little spontaneous sometimes, and I feel like if we've got a massive checklist hanging over us, it just becomes a big chore, doesn't it? Ah, look at all these breakdowns! To be fair, think of how much shit we've built that uses components at this point. Like, look at this room alone. We've got 2 lamps, 4 lamps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things there, all of the auto doors, the glass panels, which are just cosmetic. This one, we've got 10 growth vats, we've got this, we've got these, it's same story again, all these auto doors. Maybe I cut down on the auto doors a bit. Maybe we do that preemptively, huh? Let's take these out then, and we'll just have... Okay, so that's fine there. Yep. I kind of like having some as a divider. That way, if the enemy makes it into the base, there's a bit more of a barrier. But man, I worry otherwise because like this doesn't need to be counted as a room, so I could take it off of here. Let's take those away. Let's take these away. This will then count as outdoors. Is that a problem? Actually, you know what? I don't think it will count as outdoors. Oh, that's fine. It's just like a little roofed over area, but technically still inside. That's fine. See, like here, there's too many doors. We don't need this many doors. So then additionally, doors that we are not using as frequently, that are just not enough, like they are never entering this room, but we've got a massive component sink here. I think simultaneously, get rid rid of this. Get rid of this. It's going to be a lot of decor I'm sacrificing, okay? We are at the point now where you have to consider this shit. Hello, Chegg. Thanks for proving me wrong. Oh, you're coming in to take it apart. Yeah, no, fair enough. So let's start swapping some of these doors out for... I mean, we could go more security, so there's still an upside to this. Like, okay, it's slower, but at least it'll slow our enemies down as well, so that's fine. But then over here, how often are we coming over to this? Never. Like, almost never. To come and grab the particles when they're done. So we could just do that and that. I think that's fair. You know what? I'll do the same thing here. Let's put... What the fuck are they doing? Why are they in there? Harvester beetle harvesting what? What do you eat? This animal eats books. No, it fucking doesn't. They can be milked for jelly. That's good. I love that. What are they doing in there? No. In fact, wait. No, I said no more colony animals. We've had too many incidents with that. This is so efficient. I think cut that one down too, because how often are we going in there? And then same story. People are going in for biosculpting. We don't need that to be auto doors non-stop. Scav rat. No, you don't even understand. I don't want fucking pets. I'm sorry. You put the... Oh. Is it kind of adorable? Sorry, buddy. Wrong colony. Oh. What the hell? 3 hits? Ollie, what the fuck? Jesus, just put it out of its misery. Oh my god, that was cruel. Blight on my potato plants. I was gonna say, we have potato plants? Maybe we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. Hear me out. Firstly, let's deal with that thing, because that's like an entire fucking dragon coming over here. Please help. No. You're dead. Don't set that landmine off. They're so expensive. Okay. Man, we should tame some of those and ride them into battle against our enemies. No, that's a little bit too blue person adjacent, isn't it? Very happy with vault progress. Obviously, we've got a lot more to do here. Are we putting that... Oh, Android crash station. I don't think that's much use to my caveman, but thank you. Let's build some turrets and uninstall those. Then, the next plan, what should we put down? Just like something that doesn't use too much power, ideally. Self-powered and portable, but requires frequent reloading. Well, resources are the one thing we can stockpile. Self-powered. Oh, that's mental for a caveman. Oh, shit. Okay, I pray that it doesn't stop us reinstalling them if and when we lose the research. Otherwise, we're about to sink a ton of time and resource into something that would be pointless. When would I have ever tested that? When would that have ever come up in regular Rimworld? So I have no idea how this is going to behave. On the subject of that, then. A, I'm sick of animals hunting my people. Stick a wall around the base. Nice defensive wall around the whole base. B, we've got an issue where our people are not very well defended when we come under attack, right? I'm not saying we need a kill box, and I really want to avoid a kill box. Also, where the fuck would we put a kill box in this map? I could build... Oh, no. Okay, hold on. I'm looking at land that we haven't done anything with, that is fairly solid and wouldn't need much bridging. So, I'm kind of thinking we could build maybe something like that. Oh, no. Oh, no. I promise that... That's not on purpose, but where else are we supposed to build it? Where else am I going to build somewhere to shoot the end, to corral them in? Oh, my God. Okay, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I can never live it down. Even though it makes the most sense. You can't even argue with it. It's the only land that's solid that we're not using. Let's not use a wall, but let's use some... Where are they? Here we are. Like the chain link fences. And just put that entirely around the base. Like, I've already kind of started in some places. We just continue that pattern around. Because that's really cheap to build bridges for as well. We can put it around the whole thing. It just provides a little extra layer. Then we can at least corral them into an area where we want to fight them. Kind of like to do something with this, actually. This is almost like a big entrance here. Maybe we can move all this shit. Or dismantle it. Because obviously when these sleeves are done, that's it. Dismantle all that, turn this into an entrance, and we, like, fortify this whole area within that square. That could be kind of fun. I could fuck with that. Yeah, okay. Should we make the chain links fence out of? How about, like, just solid antimatter, though? What's the hit points on that? Oh, actually, can you shoot them? I'm pretty sure you can't shoot these, right? Like, they're not targetable? Or am I confusing mods here? Very difficult to destroy without the help of explosives. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking of. Cool. Get rid of what we've got right now, get ourselves a fresh start, and let's do this. Slap a big wall around it. Billiam, Trung, Agner, Brian, Avni, Krayt, if I'm right? Yeah, Krayt. You can just go into the settlement, I'm afraid. You are a narcissist. An artistic narcissist. And that's why nobody wants you around. Goodbye. There's someone in the comment section that needs arguing with instead of staying here eating all my food. Okay. Maybe that... I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. You take the research with him or something? Stray shot from Auto Phoenix is gone. Okay, yeah, very good. Glitter Road building, which... that's kind of unfortunate because I might have wanted to do that. Do we want to do that now? Build a road between A and B before it's too late. Also lost beam weapons, which, what is that? Just like beam grazer? That's fine. I probably wasn't going to use that. The range on them is a bit too crap. But we'll certainly do it for now. That just gives us a little bit of extra cover, and then we could, I don't know, we can set up some sort of kill zone later on. Some sort of area where maybe we deforest the trees and pave over it so we can... What the fuck? It was hit by fucking lightning. Maybe we set up a massive tree deforestation area around the whole thing. We just fill it with mines. And we can do that just by putting a growing zone, telling them to not plant anything but to leave plant cutting enabled, so they'll just go around and cut it all. Oh, not now. Fucking Jesus, just so I start a big project. One thing I have done is added the incredible Swarm Raiders mod. That is super, super cool. The way it works is they kind of form squads, right? Where they'll attach to one another, and then when you kill one, the other one will kind of spawn in. It's to make it a little easier on your PC, because if you remember yesterday, we had a group spawn in so large that it almost crashed the game. Same amount of enemies, same amount of damage you have to do to them. It's just sometimes they are... I don't know if I can see any of these groups here, but they kind of occupy groups together instead. This mod, unlike Compressed Raiders, doesn't just combine all their stats and turn them into super soldiers, right? Look at Petra. What the fuck? What the fuck? You know you're not in the Arctic, right, Petra? You know what we're doing here? I'm going to bring you all to, like, here, I guess. Then we can at least retreat quickly. Was that a vanish button I saw? Ah, from their active camo. Right. Oh, there's another group I missed. Oh, Jesus. So it's actually 116 even with compression in play. Oh, fuck. Okay. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot of fellas. Landmines? 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 Surely? Surely I built a landmine somewhere near there. Oh, shit. Right. Oh, fuck it. Okay, well, let's do something like this then. Everybody who isn't armed, go over there. Everybody else, I'm going to keep them together as a group. I think I'm going to keep them together as a group. Otherwise, we're going to be trying to figure out what the fuck's going on across 3 different groups of raiders with... Okay, one went off. That's thinned out that group a little bit. Oh, the landmine's there. Is anybody nearby that can pop that? No. No, not even close. What about over here? We got one landmine there. Show me the rest. We got some over there. Oh, was that another one that just went off? Yes! Okay, good. This scares the fuck out of me because they're like basically in our base at this point, huh? Okay. I can hear one. Nice, good shit. They're gonna set off another? Was there not another over there? Oh, they've already walked past it. Okay. Oh, things get a little scary. Let's deal with this group first. And then we'll move on to the next one. They've all got snipers, so it should be pretty easy going. Let's come around here. Let's just come around here. We got range on our side. I can hear more exploding. Did they set some off, or was that the turrets that dealt with them? It's possibly the turrets. This is a fucking mess over here. We're finding the weak points in our defenses, really, aren't we? God damn. Okay, this should be fine. We got Railgun Zekai on it. That's good. Let's bring you forward. You go there. Polly, go get a mech suit. Now, when you drafted up, were you... Ah. We need to put a teleporter in there. We definitely need to put a teleporter in there. Yeah. If I say enter maintenance gantry, I guess that is probably the fastest route in if she does go to the nearest teleporter. Good God, we've dealt with that group as well. Holy shit. So it's that. And to be fair, that was the mass of their forces anyway. Okay, the blueprint of the, Oh, they hit one! Oh. Okay, I will admit, I was a little worried they were going to get through the walls then for a second. Jesus Christ. That's no good. This is no good. We can't have a defense that entirely predicates on us having antimatter because we're losing technology. I don't know if I've explained that part of the series yet, by the way. Thanks, Polly. Appreciate that. Nah, Polly... Polly, no. Polly, you need to go back to the gantry. Thanks, appreciate that. Well, what a disaster. I think I need more teleporters everywhere. This is something, well, we're going to have to plan in, right? We need teleporters to the places where we're going to set up defenses when the fences are done, right? I'm going to build some little, I don't know, towers. We haven't got embrasures or anything like that, but we could certainly set up some sort of pillbox type situation. How much antimatter have we got, given that's the backbone of our entire economy? 45. That second reactor might have saved a life. Obviously, I had to take away all the hydroponics to make it work. Listen, that's part of the process. Right, now I want to build another one of these so we can age reverse and try and line up some of our generations again. So let's go ahead and throw... I think I want to throw 3 of these down. Can we reinstall biosculptors? You can, okay. Sorry, it was just for if they are tuned. I want to be able to move them because we can't do anything else with the sleeve gestators now, right? So when these are grown, I'll take them apart and I'll move them where they are instead. But for now, we'll just chuck them down anywhere. There you go. Hideous. Oven extracted. Shit, good work. Okay, let's finish these walls. We know the defenses need an upgrade after that. This was not good. Ooh, and there's some of our autoguns. Right, uninstall those. Let's set one of these blocks to be the solar generators. So I'm just going to do exactly that. We're just going to say this one's for solar generators. This one is going to be for the turrets. What were they called? Pulse something. And then the other one we will set up for specifically batteries, I guess. It's kind of crazy that we're in a place where if batteries break down, it's easier to keep batteries in storage to deploy because we're not going to be able to repair them. Or more specifically, we might want to save the components to repair other things, like the hydroponics, like coolers, turrets, food, production, just anything, really. Anything to a certain point. Funnily enough, one of the things I was going to mention about the swarm compression mod, the way it works, it effectively takes two people, groups them together, and when one dies, the other one kind of becomes the active person, so to speak. So the one that's in reserve can't take damage. It's very much an anti-landmine strategy they've got going on. Unintentionally, it's just how the mod works, right? That when the first one dies, the next one kind of pops into existence. Again, it's to save for lower NPCs fighting 500 people, or in this case, my game crashing as it tries to generate the faces of 500 people. But it does secure them against the mines a little bit. So, you know, a little bit cheesy on their behalf. Oh no, okay. Christie's gun has hit RDA simple guns. We might actually be using some of those right now. Okay, and then subdermal armor. I don't think I ever got around to making any of that. I vaguely talked about it. That was the one that needed... Oh god, did I even queue it up? It was the one that needed... what's it called? Hyperweave. That's it, hyperweave. Yeah, we never got around to making it in the end. Okay, a little unfortunate, but fair enough. That's something I'd have loved to have tried to extract from our bodies, autopsy from our bodies and pass down. That would have been super useful all the way into the tribal era. Let's quickly wrap up this fence. I mean, I need to wrap this episode up in general, but I don't think I want to leave it like this, ready for tomorrow, because if we jump in and immediately get hit by a raid, that's not going to be fun. Anybody with a passion is being drafted into construction. That's Cavi and Petra. Petra's coming along okay. I feel like the aging rate must have been higher in previous generation series, because it's been 11 episodes and we're still on the first generation. Generations 2 was the longest series I've ever done, and that was only like 80 episodes total, right? Ooh, yes, let's get those put away. We're going to queue up any more building until we've done with the walls at this point. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. We'll put it into the wall budget. Although that won't affect the wall budget because you're bloody antimatter and wood. Are we out of wood? I can get some more wood. That's okay. Training for our plant characters. That's Railgun and Zekai. Christie's already on it. Do I want to maybe drop some people off of plants to give the other people chance to train up? To be fair, they're already so bloody good. Yeah, I mean, what the fuck else is Lifebot going to do? That's the whole reason you're here, Lifebot. We've basically drafted the whole colony into this now. This is cool. We got pretty much everybody working on this enormous joint project. Oh, look at this. Did it say hard to destroy without explosives? I'm a little bit concerned because that was like the only weapons they were using in that last raid were fire pots. I wonder if they don't count. Okay, you can fail while constructing the bridge. Don't fuck up the antimatter composite, because even though we had shitloads of it, we're down to 2,500 already. I can't get more of that. I've spent like a third today, and we can't do that anymore. Look at them go. This might be the first time the entire colony's been so unified in a single project. Then unifies a people more than 150 blue aliens chucking bricks at you windows. Antimatter, here we go. Here we go. You are... Oh, she got nothing. What the fuck? Oh... She hopes that things will improve in the coming months. She has a strange fear that gossiping about mischievous mechanoids will... Oh, there's no mechanoids in this. What she got? Eccentric. Research speed. Brilliant. Nimble. Okay, with no melee. That sucks. Prude is terrible. She would only give her body to a spouse who would never initiate divorce. She dislikes nudity in a series about generations. Not going to work. Or Daredevil. Or she becomes blind against fucking super senses. Hell yeah. What does it do? Enjoys chaos and takes... Oh, fuck it. Why are we only getting 2 research at a time? What the fuck? Okay. Phase cycle. Okay, this is going a little bit too fast now. Oh, is it though? Is it? How many of these researchers that we've lost today have impacted us? Okay, shields kinds of sucks. Okay, yeah, that's a fair point. Other than that, though, maybe some weapons, when they drop them, they won't be able to re-equip. I'm not losing much sleep over it. Ooh, are we going to fix that? Or we're just going to stand... You want to fix that? Not assigned to repairing? Petra, you're the one I'm training up. Obviously, they won't kill them. They just won't keep growing, right? While it's broken down. Just doesn't function. Certainly seems to be the case. You can dip into the vault for that. Come along now, Petra. Botched. Oh, my precious components. Oh. But there will come a day where we can't craft any more of those. Don't fuck this up. I'll check the other ones too, actually. No, they're all fine. 87%. We're almost there. Not only do we get legendary human craft bot, but legendary human craft bot can pass on legendary genes to, in theory, legendary children. Oh! Manhunt's pack of Krayt dragons. What are you talking... Bruh. See you all tomorrow. We don't have time for this today. Boy, I sure hope they rebuilt some of those landmines. I guess we'll find out. It doesn't matter how much research we lose, right? Because tomorrow we're probably going to die to a whole group of dragons who, much like Marge Simpson, drop pearls when they die. You'd assume Homer. Well, I don't know if you watched Modern Simpsons recently, but holy fuck, she doesn't sound anything like Marge anymore. She's like borderline feral ghoul these days. Homer, my sisters Patty and Selma are coming over, smooth skin. Thinking of Ed, currently a cat girl in a cave worshipping Krampus. Super the Tuber, Beta Soldier, Time Waster, Dranmere, Higtastic, Robert, Kemp McCullough, Molly Deutsch, The Cooler, Taff, Pika Pia, Complex Quanta, Psycho Fire, Taff, Blizzard4337, Mimkiniz, Killer Whale 44, Grandma's Mustachecomb, Crimson Chungus, Kobold in Disguise, Miranda Tess, Fat Tex, Night Rouge, and Toasty for their supported executive producer tier over on Patreon. Thank you for joining me here today. This episode's going to be fun to edit down. Jesus. Thank you to Garrett Thorstad, Night Lucia, Tea Drinker 9000, Lilial, November, Cootie, Crackers, Jex, Peppy, Your Worst Stupid, To Snarf, Mercablue, Lockett 217, Tigger the Tiger, Hedger, Callum Murray, Hawks, Maid Crowd, Oleg Hands, Ameg Meridian, and Maritisa Civilin. And if I got that wrong, feel free to send Keys another coffee request correcting my pronunciation.